What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here with your daily Bitcoin and Litecoin update. Are we going to see some fireworks soon? I do believe so, and I'm going to show you why in this video. We're going to take a look at Litecoin and Bitcoin and show you why I think they're both on the verge of breaking out in a big way. So definitely watch the whole video. I'm going to show you some new evidence on Bitcoin at the very end. And as you guys know, and if you don't know, if you're new here, I do believe we're going to hit 46,000 by the end of this year. So definitely check out the whole video, watch all the way through. I'm going to point out some stuff today. Also, I want to remind you guys, we have a free Discord group. Definitely check it out. It's in the description below the video. There's also some affiliate links in there with some exchange links that offer leverage and give you a bonus for signing up. And some other links down there that could really help you out. Definitely check it out if you haven't already and use them if you can. It really helps support the channel. Let's get on with the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen so you don't miss out on my daily updates. Also, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos, as I try to do a few live streams every week, especially if there's a big move coming on and I'm able to do it. So definitely don't forget to do that. Take a second out, smash the like button, leave your comments, let me know what you think, guys. I'm really curious as to what you think. All right, looking at Bitcoin on the weekly, and we took a look at this yesterday. I'm going to go over it real quick. I believe we're right in this area, just like we were in 2017. You can see I have a bull flag drawn in here, and the break of that was around September, and you can see we went up 96%, and that got us up to, we went from 4,100 to 8,000, and then in November we had another breakout, and that got us up another 146% up to 20,000. I do believe we're going to be doing more of the same stuff over here this year, and you can see I have the same bull flag drawn here with the breakout this month, most likely to the $20,000 range, and I will show you the measured move of that is measuring this as the flagpole, putting it to where we would break out, and that's around the $20,000 range, 20,000 to 21,000. And then in November, I'm expecting another breakout just like over here. That will get us up to another 121%, guys. We could go much higher, but this is my call. We have not changed this call since January when I started talking about the Bitcoin to gold comparison, which we'll take a real quick look at the end. And then I have another chart I want you to look at it at the end and show you why I think we're more in the 2011 to 2013 area rather than, you know, like everybody else trying to compare it to different parts of the charts. Where I'm going to show you why, and it all will make sense. Anyways, that's my target for the end of the year still. Let me get this. Let's go into the RSI. I'm going to show you what else I'm looking at. And that is this falling wedge here in the weekly RSI. As you can see, we're getting lower lows in the RSI and higher lows in the price action. Hidden bullish divergence, guys. I do believe it's very possible this week, if not this week, next week, that we're probably going to break through this bull flag, and it's going to be epic. That's why I made the thumbnail of the fireworks. So as you can see right now, we are peeking through here, but again, this is the weekly, so it could come back down and we could close in here at the end of this week. But if we do break out of this and close up here, it's going to be epic, guys. It's going to be huge. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Let's look at the more immediate price action. Excuse me. All right, so looking at this, the bull flag here that most people are looking at as a triangle, you can look at it however you want. I've been looking at it as a bull flag for over a month. So anyways, looking at it, measuring it as a falling channel and a breakout of that would get us up to around the $15,000 range. So we'll probably most likely get some resistance here. And then measuring this as a flagpole here, the shorter one, that'd get us up to about the $17,500 range. So we'll most likely see some more resistance there. And then we go up to our next target, which would be 20,000. And guys, this could take all the way to, you know, October, November, and then, you know, another blast off after that. So that's what I'm looking at. And again, looking at this as a bull flag, we could go all the way down to 7,100 before I would even think about getting bearish in any least little bit. But I highly doubt we'll come back down to this level. Before we would get there, we would have support at the $10,000 range. If that was to break, we'd be looking more around the $8,900 range. And if that was to break, then we'd be looking at the lower lows. But I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. Another thing I want to point out, whenever we're in a formation like this bull flag, if we look at, let me get my tool on here real quick. If we look at the volume, obviously it's declining big time, and I believe we'll have a green breakout and get some huge volume. This is going to be an epic year, guys. I know everybody's talking bearish that we're going to, you know, have a crash down. I don't see it at all in any way, shape, or form. So let's look at the RSI now. We've had this falling wedge drawn in here that we've popped out of, guys. That is extremely bullish. And I do believe we will eventually pop this top of the bull flag, and that is going to just bring in FOMO, liquidate the shit out of bears. It's just going to be, there's a lot of bears waiting to short when we touch the top of this line. When they short, we're going to liquidate the shit out of them, in my opinion. Again, guys, this is all my opinion. Make your own decisions and your own due diligence, but that's what I'm looking at there. Let's go into the more immediate price action. Looking at the 4 hour, we'll actually look at the RSI first. As you can see, I had this falling broadening wedge drawn in here, and then we had a falling channel. We broke out of that, extremely bearish, or bullish, I'm sorry. Haven't had much sleep lately, guys. And right now, we still have some hidden bullish divergence in the 4 hour also. And that would be looking at this low here. We're making higher lows, and in the RSI, we're making lower lows. So hidden bullish divergence. And as you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, I've had this target up here for probably about a week. I'm not even sure, but quite a while. And that was the breakout of this wedge. And if we take this measurement of the width of the wedge over here, bring it over to where we broke out, that gets us up to that 10,900. So I'm looking for still at least that range, guys. It's 10,950, somewhere in that range. Then I also was looking at this as a falling wedge yesterday, and a measured move of where we break out of that would get us up to the same area, $10,900 area. I'm still definitely looking for this to get hit. Do have a higher target, and that is looking at this where we broke out down here, measuring this as a flagpole, and that falling wedge as the bull flag, and that gets us up to around 11,675. Now, if we do get up to that target, guys, we'll most likely, that's a break of this bull flag, and we'll most likely come back down, test the bull flag for support, and it'll be off to the races when the real show begins. So that is what I believe is going to happen. But remember, if we do break this area, which is around the 10,300, then we're probably looking to test 10,000 again. And then, you know, I have these other support lines. But honestly, I don't believe we're going down there, guys. I do believe we are going to see a breakout within the next 2 weeks, possibly this week. So that is what I'm looking at. Also, I want to point out this this falling wedge that I had in here, you can see we broke out of it and we've came back down and tested it for support 3 times and gotten support. So I do believe we're most likely headed at least to the $10,950 range. Also, the EMAs, you can see my 200 EMA here, and this is in the 4-hour. But my 8, my 13, and my 21 have crossed it. When this 55 gets up here, I believe that's going to be a huge move. Let me look at the daily real quick. I didn't look at the RSIs in there. Yeah, if we look at the daily, you can tell the 8 is working its way up to cross the 55 here. That's extremely bullish, guys. We are looking for a big ass move here soon, within this week most likely. But like I said, if not this week, next. All right, now I'm going to show you Litecoin real quick, and why everybody's saying it's dead. I do believe Litecoin has bottomed, if not very close to the bottom. If you look over here in September of 17, I'll zoom in real quick so you can see it. Let me get out of there. All right, we had this huge drop. Litecoin went from 94 to, or actually it was 98 all the way down to 33, and that was all in September. That was from August to September, and in September we rose back up in this range. And if you look over here, that's all we're doing. Same thing. Litecoin had its drop. We may get down to the $61 range, but I think it's off to the races after that, just like back here. Let's look at the daily in Litecoin, see what's going on here. All right, so in the daily, you guys know I'd been looking at this as a cup and a handle. I still believe that. Let me get this arrow out of here. This would be the neckline of that, and the measured move of the neckline. I don't know what happened to my measured move, so I guess I'll redraw it real quick. It is around 146. We bring that down to the bottom, bring it up to where we break out. If we break out this from this 146 range, my target after that is $270. That is not my target for the end of the year. My target for the end of the year is more likely going to be around 500 to 1,000, as long as my Bitcoin target at 46,000 hits. Let's look at the RSI real quick, and then we'll go into the 4-hour RSI and price action, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty at the end of the video. So looking at this as a rising channel, we fell out of it in a falling channel, and I was looking at this here as a falling broadening wedge. Zoom in so you can see it. This being the resistance, this being the support. Then we formed what looks like a falling wedge here that we've broken out of. We could come back down, test it one more time for support before breaking up, and I believe that's exactly what we'll be doing, is breaking up and out of this. Once we break out of this falling channel, that's going to be a huge move. Let's go into the 4-hour. All right, looking at the 4-hour, you can see we had this big falling channel that we had been watching all the way since April when we had our big move up. And we were looking at this falling channel. We broke out of it, tested it for support, got support, came up, hit the top of the bigger falling channel. And now we look like we're coming back into the falling channel. We still have time. This could suck back up and close up here. But either ways, guys, I'm not very worried about this in Litecoin. I do believe Litecoin is at a very strong point. But we will take a look at the bearish case also. If we were to break back down into this channel and continue down, in the price action, we'd be looking at, let me zoom in a little bit to where we're at. 62.50 range is the bottom. This support right here, I do believe will hold. If not, we have major support at 61. That was the break, 53. If that was the break, 47. But like I said, guys, I don't see that happening. I do believe that this is probably most likely another bear trap, and we're going to get back on top of our support, our long-term support line here. And a measured move, if you look at this falling wedge I have drawn in here, or falling channel, if we were to break out over in this area, my measured move off of that would be the $81 range, 82, 81, 82, and then we'll come back down and test this larger broadening falling wedge. and the measured move off of that would be up in the $167 to $170 range. That's where I believe we're headed with Litecoin. Now let's take a look at why I believe we'll hit 46,000 by the end of the year. And stick around. I'm going to show you the gold and Bitcoin comparison. I'm also going to look at the gold part and why I believe we are possibly in the beginning of a recession in the traditional markets and what the indicator was for me. And then we're going to take a look at the BLX index for Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you where I think we're at in the macro and what's going on. So definitely stick around. But all right, and don't forget to hit the likes, guys. Leave your comments. So as you guys know, this is the Bitcoin daily chart, and this is the gold weekly chart. You can go back in my prior videos. I go into a lot more detail with the RSI and stuff. But this is what I believe is happening. That's why my target is 46,000 by the end of the year. I do believe that is where we're headed, and I do believe we'll probably follow this type correction after the 46,000 and then continue up from there, and I'll show you why. Now look at the BLX index, which is the brave new coin, and let's look at where I believe we're at. People are comparing it to 2016. If you look in the charts, never once has one part of, I'm drawing a blank here. Okay, one cycle has never followed another exact. So this, people quit looking at this as what we're supposed to do. Like I said, it never follows directly year after year. There's always a big spread. Anyways, I'm looking at, zoom in a little bit. This is where I believe we're at in this, and we're looking more like from the 11 to the 13, and then this, another huge bull run. And I believe that's what's happening right now. If we look at where we're at now, I do believe it's right here, just like this. And again, it's not going to be exact, guys, but I do believe this would be like the 20,000 peak. This will be like the 46,000 peak, and then 2020. I believe we're probably most likely going to be into the 6 digits. Like I said, this would be the 46,000, and then this would be more like 2020, where I believe we're going to be in 6 digits. That's my opinion, guys. Do your own due diligence and your own research, but everything is looking pretty damn strong, and it really looks like that's where we're headed. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. I do videos every single day. You won't miss out on anything. If you tick the notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, guys. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the video, and have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow.